We have breaking news. Let's get right to it.
Past 24 hours, we've seen 34 new cases of COVID-19 here in Utah.
Following breaking news out of Utah, a magnitude 5.7 earthquake hitting just after 7 a.m. local time, about 10 miles west of Salt Lake City.
We need 100 to 150,000 tests a day.
Welcome, Isolation20 Podcast. Oof, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having the day you deserve, you know what I mean? And when I say that, I just wish you a good day. You know what I mean? Like, some people were like, yo, Dre, what do you mean by it? Do you have the day you deserve and protect your life? What do you mean by that? Are you wishing bad upon people? No, it's exactly how it sounds. I hope you have the day that you deserve, whatever that is. Like, if you're a scumbag, obviously, I hope you have a horrible day. If you are touching little kids, hopefully you die. You know what I mean? Maybe that's too much. Maybe death is too much on somebody. But at the same time, if you're out here saving kids, if you're out here picking up litter, I hope you have a great day because you deserve it, right? You're helping out our community one trash can at a time. I don't know. I am sipping on a nice, no sponsorship, no ads. I probably even should be saying this right now, but Pepsi Zero. It's a zero sugar Pepsi. And you're like, Dre, is there rum in that? Dre, is there any whiskey in that cup? No, unfortunately not. There is no whiskey. There is no Vizzies right now. Even though I got a full refrigerator of the dopest liquor right now. Like, my man Wonder showed up. He had the Vizzies. My man Angel showed up. He has the Coors Light. My man Fonzie shows up. He has the Arnold Palmers, which I'm a sucker for a good Arnold Palmer, alcoholic or not. You know, iced tea lemonade, great combination. But I'm not drinking. I'm not drinking for maybe the next, I think it's 2 weeks. I think my official date's the 17th. I believe the 17th or the 18th. And the whole reason for it is because, no, I'm not an alcoholic. No, I don't have a drinking problem. But my man Wonder, at one of our Sunday workouts, he was like, yeah, nah, man, I'm good. For the next 30 days, I'm not drinking. And he's not alcoholic either or anything like that. It's just a challenge, right? Just a friendly challenge. So I asked him, I was like, yo, son, are you doing this? Like, who's doing this with you? Is it like a group? Is it like a challenge? Like, you win something at the end? He's like, nah, Dre, not that type of challenge, my guy. It's just for well-being, right? So I was like, man, you can't do the challenge alone. Let me do it with you. So my dumbass was like, yo, I'm not going to drink for 30 days with you, Wonder. And, yeah, it's been going good, going strong. Even though it's been like the worst month to do it because everybody and their mom has been showing up to the studio with a case or bottle. When I'm at the bar, I'm like, yo, I've been working at Sue's. It wasn't that much, but I've been at the bar often, and no, I have to pass on the alcohol. I have to pass on it, which is great. You know what I mean? Hopefully it changes some. I feel better, you know what I mean? Not having all that sugar in me and stuff like that. But man, when you're sitting down, you're potting, you're having a good time with the homies and whatnot, you want to crack open a nice little something or have a little something spiked into your drink. You know what I mean? Feels good. Now I do sound like an alcoholic. When I say that like that, I sound like an alcoholic, but I'm not. I promise you. But hopefully we can have Coquito Fest again here soon. You know what I mean? I talked to host already. I was like, yo, host, we need to have some Coquito here really soon. So we're looking at September probably. Have the homies over and just kick it. You know what I mean? Maybe we'll hit record. I don't know. I'm just saying we'll have the homies here. We'll chat. We'll you know what I mean? Maybe three of the homies are like, yo, let's pod. And maybe I'm not even in it. Maybe I'm in the background taking photos. I don't know. But what I do know is it's always gonna be a good time, man. It's gonna be a great time. Somebody that's not having a great time right now is my man Ruben, the real Ruby from the Lakeside, the Lake Talk 801 podcast. My man was in a really, really bad accident, man. So thoughts and prayers go to my man Ruben. In a later podcast, this might come out before my podcast with Fonzie, but Fonzie kind of explains what happened. Horrific night for those guys and for Ruben. Long recovery coming up, and I reached out to him. I've been calling him or I texted him. My man has one hand. not literally. He has both his hands, but one is injured, had surgery, so he only has one good hand. And I don't want to bombard him right now, right? Like, I've been there before. I've been in his position where you're down and out, you're recovering from surgery. I had back surgery. And now I think it's been about 3 years now since my back surgery, maybe a little bit longer. But when I was in the hospital alone and you're having to learn how to walk again and everything like that, it's hard, man. It's very hard, and you get irritable really quick. I noticed that. You know what I mean? That was something that I had to overcome, was being irritable, not snapping at people that care for me. You know what I mean? So, I know what he's going through. One thing that I battled personally was depression during that time. When I got home, you know what I mean? This was right as my middle child, Amari, he was born. Amari was maybe 6 months, maybe 7 months. Couldn't walk, right? And there was a bunch of chaos at my house, and my nephew was living with us at the time. My mother-in-law was living with us at the time. Chaos in the house, right? And I'm bedridden. I just had back surgery. I couldn't leave my bed. I physically couldn't. I could not walk. I had to learn how to walk. I had a therapist come in and show me how to walk again, right? And you feel hopeless. You know what I mean? You feel like you're just dead weight. You feel like you're a burden to everybody. You know what I mean? When my wife had to help me bath, help me get dressed, clean my bandage, and plus on top of that, she had to deal with her mom. She had to deal with my nephew, my newborn son, and our oldest son, Tavian, at that time. So think about handling all that. And then on top of that, your other half, me, having to care for me. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot. That's a lot to put on somebody. And so it was a lot for me to take on as somebody that's a provider, somebody that's security, the dad, right? The father, the husband. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I carry a lot on my shoulders and just providing for my family, and to not do that for weeks, months, I noticed I fell into a depression. Like, I was sad. You know what I mean? Like, there was times where I was like, fuck, man, like, like, was this worth it? Was it worth me having this back surgery to better myself in the long run? Or should I just dealt with the pain? That way I could help. You know what I mean? Ultimately now, you know what I mean? Looking back years now, I'm glad I made the choice I did. Because I'm back, I'm working out. You know what I mean? I'm doing things that there's no way I would have been able to do before surgery. You know what I mean? And so, Ruben, if you listen to this, man, like, you got somebody here in me, and I tell you this all the time, that, I'm here for you if you just want to talk, if you need help physically, whatever it is. Pause. I don't know. Do I have to pause that? I'm helping a friend. I'm having a heartfelt moment here. Do I have to pause these type of moments? I don't think so. But I know what you're going through. And anybody, if you're dealing with the injury, I know what it's like. It's easy to fall into depression. And to the family, like his family, look out for signs. Look out for signs of him falling into depression. Look for signs of him. Why am I saying this right now? Anybody, not specifically my man Ruben, but anybody. If you're down and out, to the family and friends, look out for signs of somebody going through something. You know what I mean? There might not be signs. I'm not saying there's always signs. I'm just saying, just try to be present. You know what I mean? I'm glad my family was present during that time. My wife did things, my son did things to kind of brighten me up and do things to help cheer me up during that time. Because it was rough, man. That was a really rough time in life. And this life thing doesn't get any easier. You know what I mean? Hey, Alexa, can you show me a new barber?
Don't worry, I got you.
Boogie Down Barbershop in Taylorsville is now open. Anything from gentleman's cuts, taper, fade, or if you want to treat yourself to a nice hot towel shave, Boogie Down Barbershop has you covered. Cuts for men and kids. Book your appointment today at boogiedownbarbershop.com. I guess I want to talk about things that people have been waiting for me to talk about. The passing, the funeral, the transition, whatever you want to call it. I've heard all these things on social media. A radio station that I work for currently went through a rebrand. U92. Now, here in Salt Lake City, Utah, and Utah in general, in my opinion, it is or was the biggest radio station in the state. Now, I don't care what ratings say. I don't care what, concert and ticker number. I don't care what none of that says. When you think about cultural impact, right? The Utah Jazz never won a championship. But when you think about cultural impact, Utah Jazz is Utah. It's such a staple here in this state. And that's what U92 was for me and for many other people. When I first moved back to Utah, I mean, for those of you that don't know, I'm born here. I lived in Portland for 10 years, and I moved back my sophomore year in high school. I went to elementary school here. I did not go to middle school here, but I went to elementary and high school here in Utah. And Conwood High, shout out to my Colts. When I touched back down in 2005, I was a young teenager trying to find myself, right? Trying to find who I am, what I want to do, right? And I've told this story many times where I was trying to find friends, and the friends that I did find, they were all on the football field, right? They were all learning. They were all doing the football thing, and they grew up together, right? A lot of them grew up together, and so it was a way for me to bond and find friends as well. So I joined the football team too. Well, I tried. Let me preface. I tried, right? And when football was not my thing, that's why I found the entertainment route. That's why I found hosting. That's why I found promoting. That's why I found all these things that encompass Utah entertainment, right? And during that time, I've always loved radio because of Jammin' 95.5 in Portland. For those of you that are in Portland, you remember this radio station. You remember my man PK. You remember Ebro during that time. Now Ebro, he has skyrocketed in the radio realm and the hip hop culture realm with Hot 97, right? America's first, or the world's first hip hop radio station. Yeah, he's over there, right? This is in the late 90s. This had to been 98, maybe 99, something like that. Really, really, really early. And I've heard of Funkmaster Flex. Obviously, we growing up in hip hop culture. You already knew Funkmaster Flex. He was kind of the big radio dude. I wasn't a Howard Stern dude. I wasn't that. He didn't appeal to me. You know what I mean? He didn't look like me. It was kind of wild, right? He had naked women and stuff like that, crazy things that he used to do. But PK, the Playhouse, Ebro, they really called to me. And when I was in elementary school, when we had the little career day forum go around, what did you want to be when you grew up? I put radio. And I put radio because of those jocks. I put radio because of that radio station. Now, fast forward, obviously there's a lot of stuff in between, but fast forward to 2005. Mind you, I've always wanted to do radio. Podcasting wasn't a thing then. I had an opportunity to build relationships with people like KRCL, the Friday Night Fallout show, which is, I want to say Utah's longest running hip hop show, I believe. I'm not going to fact check, but you can go fact check. I believe it is. During the time when in 2005, it was DJ Knuckles. And DJ Knuckles was one of those DJs that had a huge run, a huge season here in Salt Lake City. I mean, working with Skull Candy and being a part of the snowboard bros and things like that. He allowed me to kind of just hang out and be a part of the station. You know what I mean? And my brother Pierre Jones, he had a lot to do with that. You know what I mean? Now, by no means did I run any type of radio show. I was not a part of the Friday Night Fallout, but I was there a lot. I was there during, the artist interviews and things like that. I was there. what Cameron say? I was there. Or maybe it was Jim Jones. And this was during a time where, again, I'm a sophomore in high school. I'm trying to do everything and anything to find who I am, find a circle, find friends, build something, right? And at the time I didn't realize it, but looking back now I know I was trying to do that. So, you know, there became a time when I had the opportunity to host rap battles on the radio on U92. It was on Booker's show in the evening. Booker was at nights during that time. And this was during a time when the radio always got hate. The radio always got a lot of love too. You know, sometimes the hate outweighs the love just because negativity for some reason gets more attention, right? But that radio station got a lot of love too. And I fell in love with the brand. I fell in love with what that radio station meant. Long before I was like, I want to be on that radio station. And the opportunity came for me to host these rap battles on a segment for dogamount.com, which was one of the largest battle scene, I guess you would say, promotions or shows in Utah history. I don't care what anybody says. The impact that dogamount.com had on this state was incredible. I won't say unmatched because I think there was a lot of big runs from other promotions and other just groups, right? But dogamount.com had a huge impact. And I was just lucky and blessed to be at the right place, the right time, met the right people, had the right circle at that time. And there was they were I didn't ask to host the show. I didn't ask to do any of this. And I wish my guys, I wish Casper, Adam, I wish these guys were around right now because I would love to pick their brain because I can't remember all the way back then the way the whole thing kind of worked out. There's glimpses and pieces that I'm missing, but and I'm sorry if I'm long-winded and all this, but I know a lot of people have been asking me my thoughts and things like that. So I just want to paint this picture. So bear with me. I appreciate your patience. Going into hosting these rap battles, I was in tune with the city, and I still am, right? But back then, I was at every show, whether if it was Moe's Bar and Grill, Monkeys, Five Monkeys, it doesn't matter. Club Sound, Club Metro, it doesn't matter the venue. I was there for all of these local rappers, for all of these local hip hop artists, right? And it was a blessing because then I was prepared to be like, yo, would you like to come rap battle for us on the radio on U92 during drive time? It was like 5. Actually, maybe it was the 7:00 hour sometimes. Either way, we're getting on air. We're doing, a minute, 2-minute breaks, which is a lot of time in radio. It's unheard of to talk that long on radio, especially at night. Yeah, I mean, morning shows typically get that kind of time. But, we built a culture that the people bought into. And then we had the opportunity to bring that show, that segment, that dogamount.com, Tuesday night tension, rap battle that was on air. We were blessed to bring that to Summer Jam, which is Utah's biggest hip hop concert, right? At the time, right? Now they have different shows, bigger names are coming now, right? So, but at the time, U92 was the only person or group that was bringing big shows, right? Hip hop shows, at least. And we when we get to Summer Jam, now we're hosting a second stage. We're at USANA Amphitheater. We're hosting a second stage. Right. And I wasn't the host. I wasn't the DJ. I was just there as extra hands, right? Help build the stage, tear the stage down, hand out some flyers. That's it. That was my duty, right? And we get there. We're setting up all morning, right? It's early morning. We're setting up and everything. And DJ Yoda, he has music going.
Are you sick of podcasts that just interview people with the same questions and gossiping nonsense?
Are you tired of hearing about what's wrong with the world? Can you locate your nearest orphanage?
Who cooked the Last Supper?
R.I.P. Mr. Potato Head.
Seppuku Harakiri.
Where is Mavis Beacon?
This is Hos.
And this is host Beefy.
Listen to the Beans and Rice podcast.
Exclusively in Braille and all streaming platforms.
Patent pending.
It's a blast, right? It's a complete blast, and I'm just happy to be there. So, the doors open, gates open. All right, we're getting artists to sign up to come rap battle at Summer Jam. It might have been Cinco de Mayo. It was either Cinco de Mayo or Summer Jam, one of the two. Big concert, right? And the artists are signing up. We're ready to go, but our host, CJ Johnson, old ex Utah Ute, he's a writer. I think he has writing credits on like This Christmas, that movie with Chris Brown and Idris Elba and a bunch of other people that's on that. I think he has writing credits on that. He had a writing credit on some Showtime shows, I believe, too. Either way, he has huge accolades, and he's a big name to host the second stage for us. I don't know if he got stuck in traffic. I don't know what happened, but he wasn't there. He wasn't there on time. He's out sometime, right? He's like, yo, I can't get there. It's going to be a while until I show up. And at this time, we're scrambling. Yo, we got to get this thing going now. Yoda is doing his thing. He can't host. Casper can't host. My brother AK is not a host. He's not a, in your face kind of dude. So they look at me. Dre, hop up there, do these announcements. They're trying to stall time while they're waiting for CJ. So they're stalling time. And so I'm like, all right. So I get up there with the paper and I just read off some of the sponsors. I get the crowd hype. Yo, what's up? You know what I mean? This is who we are kind of thing. And everybody's kind of like, yo, like, where'd that come from? And this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. I've never hosted a show or anything like that. And they're like, Dre, roll with it. Go. You host it. So I'm hosting the rap battles. I'm having back and forth dialogue with guys like Hemis, right? And I've known Hemis from the scene, right? Just from the scene. And so I have this rapport with these guys already. So we're going back and forth. I'm joking with them, cracking jokes on the crowd and stuff like that. And that's honestly kind of where it all became a reality. Like, yo, you can host. Yo, you're already on the radio doing the segment with Booker. No, you're not an employee, but you're already hosting. How dope would it be if you were actually up there? You know what I mean? So I just kept grinding. And U92 just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And this was during a time when we didn't have Spotify. We didn't have Apple Music. We didn't have podcast wasn't a thing. So you tuned in to the radio. You tuned in for the shows. You tuned in for these things to find out what's going on. And man, it left such an impact on this city. And for anybody that doesn't know that feeling, that doesn't at least say, yo, like U92 gave opportunities to not only artists, but like other businesses. It is a local radio station. I know sometimes it doesn't feel like it, right? It doesn't feel like a local radio station because you don't realize that our owner, everybody is here, right? Now there's some jocks that are outside of the state and they've come and go, right? But for the most part, it's a homegrown station. Not for the most part, it is. You know what I mean? It was. And the impact that this station has had is long lasting, right? Guys today, like myself, I can honestly sit here and say without dogemout.com, right? Without the opportunities that brought at the radio station, I probably wouldn't be where I am now because it prepared me. It prepared me to say, you know what? I love the radio station. I love the jocks up there. The PD at the time, they were doing great work. You know what I mean, I don't want to discredit anybody.
Ref, time out. Hey everybody, my name is Daniel. I'm the admin of the Jazz Nation social media pages, and of course a lifelong Utah Jazz fan. And now I'm also the host of the Jazz Nation Podcast.
And I'm Will Wonder, lifelong Orlando Magic fan. Whoa, hey, relax. And co-host of the Jazz Nation Podcast.
Each week, check in with us to hear all things Utah Jazz related. Scores, predictions, player movement, and everything in between.
We will also have some really fun interviews with current and former Jazz employees and players.
Once again, that's the Jazz Nation Podcast. Find us wherever you stream podcasts. Bye-bye.
Hey, yo, you're probably listening to the Unrestricted Podcast with DreRawka.
We are?
No, they are.
Yeah, oh, right.
Oh, wow.
And I'm the real Ruby. You can catch me and Fonzie and the
Funk.
G-Daddy Funk on Lake Talk 801 Podcast.
Yeah, but I think you have to come in more smoother, more funnier. Like, yeah, they could catch us on the Lake Talk 801 Podcast.
Yeah, y'all can catch us on the Lake Talk 801.
Yeah, and be like, and yeah, man, hey, and they could catch people like me, the real Ruby, and people like you, Fonzie, and people like him, G-Daddy Funk,
wow,
on
that's
the
a
Lake
lot of
Talk
people.
801. Who cares?
What did he say?
Huh?
I didn't hear him.
I don't know, but this probably should be the ad.
Are these on?
Catch a new episode every Monday on all streaming platforms. The Lake Talk 801. Tune in now.
While I've never worked with majority of them, like directly with like in the station setting, I did work with them outside in a community aspect, right? Which was always weird to me. It was always weird that I was so close to the station, but I was never on payroll. I was never like breeded to be next up. And that's okay. I don't want anybody to hear this and be like, Dre should have been or Dre could have, because in my own path, I created my own lane, which was the podcast lane, right? Not to toot my own horn or anything, but I am one of the pioneers in this podcast game out here. And that's dope to say. That's dope to be like, yo, I'm one of the pioneers. I'm not going to say I'm the pioneer. You know what I mean? Because there was people doing it before me. But I am one of the pioneers, especially within my community. And I never once shitted on the radio station for not giving me an opportunity or anything like that, right? Because it's not their job to give me that opportunity. My job and their job is to do whatever it is during that time. And during that time, it was me hosting shows, get my name out there, networking with artists, creating relationships. And it's crazy because just hindsight, looking back at it, I'm like, I'm glad I went that path. I'm glad I went the path that I did, because I feel like it gave me the understanding of the saying that I always say, which is power to the creators, right? I always say that, and I wholeheartedly believe it's always power to the creators, right? Saying all of that now, I am a part of Utah history with that brand. I came on U92. PD at the time was Erocalypse, a phenomenal PD, a phenomenal friend, an incredible father, husband, somebody that I can honestly go to and be honest with and share my feelings and things like that. While it was the tail end of history, I was still a part of something great, and we left memories during that time. I also think that change is good too. I also believe that everybody gets a fair shake. Moving into this new brand of 92.5 The Beat, I feel optimistic. I feel happy about it. Obviously, I'm sad about U92 being gone, but I'm also excited because now I look back, I'm like, remember what U92 was and the opportunities that they gave you and other people? Now you can do the same thing with The Beat, 92.5 The Beat, right? So I'm a part of history in two different ways, which is dope. And I always try to be optimistic. I look at the positive in things. Our new PD, Mateo, he is great. He's a really cool dude. I think the cast that we have now is cool. I think we're gonna be doing some really dope things. I'm just here to play my part, right? As a team player, I'm here to be positive, play my part, help my community out along the way. And we started it off with a bang with 92-cent gas. A lot of you heard it. A lot of you heard what happened, right? The Jiggle Jiggle song. My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I'm probably can go bar for bar with that song now, just because I've heard it so much. For those of you that don't know, there was a stunt that happened transitioning from the old brand to the new brand. And what we did was we flipped the station. At 5 p.m. Friday night, we started playing the Jiggle Jiggle song, the TikTok song that went viral, right? We played that until Monday. So we played it through the weekend. We played it until Monday at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then at that time, we unleashed chaos. We told our community, yo, pull up to the Sinclair on 3900 South, Main Street, because we got 92-cent gas. Now, in this world right now, gas is hella expensive, right? Some of us were paying close to $6. Some were paying close to that, right? So this was the perfect time to be like, yo, we got you on gas, 92 cents. Come see us. And the city showed up in a major way. Line as far as the eye can see. I'm not being dramatic at all. This really happened. I show up and I say what up to our promotions team. I say what up to everybody. I get my phone out and I start to interview some people. Matter of fact, let's jump to some of these interviews.
You get some gas?
Not yet.
Not yet? Where you coming from?
I'm coming from Sandy.
From Sandy. How'd you hear about the 92-cent gas?
Right here, on the radio. On the radio.
That's right, man. Our new station, 92.5 The Beat. I need you to tune in. I'm the night guy. So 7 p.m., I need you to tune in, all right? My name's Dre.
Okay, Dre.
What's your name?
Jeff.
Jeff's going to be tuning in. Fill this puppy up. What are you in? What is this? Oh, man, you got that Yukon thing, man.
Yeah.
Cool, man. I appreciate you being here. What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. Happy now. 92-cent gas from 92. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. So, what brought you out here tonight?
From that, my money don't wiggle.
Hey, what was your thought? When you turned on the radio, what was your thought? When you heard wiggle, wiggle, jiggle, jiggle, what was your thought?
I was wondering where the ladies are.
Well, man, thank you for being here, man. Get that gas.
Oh, yeah, we will.
What you filling up right now? You filling up for your parents?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's your name?
Christian.
Christian? Are you in high school?
Middle school.
What school you go to?
I'm gonna go to Clayton.
Oh, okay. You ready? Are you ready for school?
Nah, not ready at all.
So how much does it usually cost to fill up this Volkswagen?
About 50, 60 bucks.
So this is like the lottery. What we hoping this says?
It's gonna say 10 bucks.
Woo! 10 bucks filling up, 92 cents. How'd you hear about the deal?
U92 and Volkswagen strong, baby. Yeah, fill up my Volkswagen.
92 cents, my man. What's your name?
Fidel.
Fidel, how'd you hear about this?
Just driving around listening to that Jiggle Jiggle song, man.
So we've been doing that all weekend long. What was your thoughts when you first heard Jiggle Jiggle on the radio?
I mean, when I heard this song, I thought it was just that TikTok song. I was like, okay. I mean, well, why is this repeating? So it's
who plugged in their phone?
Exactly. Who put it on repeat?
Well, 92 cents gas, my man. You're up right now, Fidel.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
How much does it usually cost you to fill up this Audi?
100.
Really?
100.
Okay.
Yeah, around there.
This is like the lottery, man. What are we hoping for? What are we hoping this number says?
Let's hope it says like 15, somewhere around that.
92 cents. He's filling up an Audi, usually paying about $100. We're going to try to get down to 15, 20, 25 maybe.
25.
That's what we're shooting for.
Big money.
Appreciate you being here, my brother.
Y'all ready? Good looking now.
Hey, can I talk to you real quick? Now, you in Big Red right here. You're in a monster truck.
Yeah.
How much does it usually take to fill this up?
$200.
$200?
Yeah, it takes a lot.
How'd you hear about 92-cent gas?
I listen to U92 all day, every day. That's all I
Well,
listen to.
the new channel is 92.5 The Beat. You're flipping over with us. What does 92-cent gas mean to you and your family?
A lot. I'm a single mother of 6 kids, so it helps. It helps a lot.
I mean, consider it $200 worth of gas. I hope you and your family enjoy it. I noticed you clean Big Red. I don't know, what do you call your truck?
Nothing.
Nothing?
A beast.
It is. Hey, thank you for being here. She's filling up. What's up, LP? What you doing out here?
I'm just, guiding people, helping them get gas. I've seen 2 trucks fill up for less than $25 today.
Woo! Hey, I was like, I'm really tempted to try to pull my car in somehow.
I know, I'm on empty right now, so I'm like, I need that 92-cent gas, baby.
92.5 The Beat, your new station here in Utah. LP, hold on. You when can people catch you?
Catch me on the weekends, as always, 10 to 5. The time's changed, 10 to 5 on Saturday, 3 to 8 on Sunday, baby.
Just tap in. You know where to find her. You can find us on the social media and all that good stuff. Woo! We got people out here that's peeling out. It's a chaos out here right now. Straight chaos. So Mateo, our afternoon guy, the new guy on the radio station, man. What's your thoughts, man? We're out here on the corner of Main Street, 3900 South, and Salt Lake City. What's your thoughts?
Listen, I've never seen so many people smile this much in this kind of heat, but you told me people weren't listening. So I'm surprised people showed up for the gas. I think the cops are trying to get some too.
Yo, to the point where the cops showed up.
I don't know. I don't think.
What, you never filled up before?
Hey, man, it's like I was born again today.
What city you guys coming from?
We're just right up the street. We're Mark Mill Creek right here.
How'd you guys hear about 92-cent gas?
Oh, man, I'm always on 92.5. I was listening to Wiggle Wiggle. 5 seconds later, I hear 92 cents, and I was like, what?
So you heard the Wiggle Wiggle, Jiggle Jiggle song all weekend long.
Man, I thought it was going to stop after 5 minutes.
I thought the station was broken.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on? And then once I heard 92 cents per gallon, I was like, oh, yup.
How much does it usually take to fill this bad boy up?
Well, ever since the price went up, it took me 128 the last time I filled up.
Oh, man.
So right now, it's going to be at like $25 to fill it up. Man, that's a big drop.
It's a huge deal, man. We appreciate you flipping over with us. 92.5 The Beat, the new station, man.
Oh, yeah, it is, of course. I appreciate it, man.
What made you stop by to get some gas today?
92 cents gas, yeah.
And you can't beat cheap gas, right?
No, I was worth the wait.
There you
I
go.
told my husband, I said, should I wait? He said, absolutely wait.
How long have you been waiting for?
Oh, I was here like right at just barely 10 after, right after you announced it. I was close. Actually, I drove down here because I knew you'd be, I thought, I bet they'd be somewhere around here.
So we didn't tell nobody where we were going to be at. Yeah, so you were like, I think it's going to be here.
Like I was down on 30.
All right. Have you already filled? Okay. Okay, she's backing up right now. I'm getting in trouble for interviewing people. It's DreRawka, 92.5 The Beat. We are out here. You're filling up. What do we got here? We got a Titan. Yeah. So 92 cents. Where are we at right now?
25 gallons, 18 gallons.
Oh, did you let it go down to E yet?
It was on E, so I probably wasn't at the bottom of the tank, but close.
Have we seen low prices in gas in a while? It's been a while, right?
Right, a long time.
So 92 cents, what does that mean to you and your family?
It means a lot. I'm so grateful today. I felt
Good. Well, I'm glad you're out here. 92.5 The Beat. What was your name?
Iris.
Okay, what city are you from?
Salt Lake.
Okay, cool. Continue filling up. I won't take too much of your time, all right?
Super dope, right? So I get there. I pull out my phone. I do those, on the spot interviews, all off of my phone, by the way. So I'm sorry if the audio sounded like crap. And then I go towards towards Main Street to look down to see how long the line is. And as I'm doing that, the police are there, and the police is kind of talking to the team like, "Yo, what are you guys doing? Like, how the hell are you guys doing this?" Right? Which I don't think we got in trouble. If we did get in trouble, I don't know. My hands are in the air. I don't know. But man, the stories that I heard, right? There was a lady in a truck, and it was Big Red, and it was a huge truck. And I asked her, I was like, "Yo, like, what does it usually take to fill this thing up?" And she was like, "It's usually about $200." Like, holy crap, $200 to fill up a truck. It's insane, right? And I was asking her, like, what this meant to her. And she was like, I'm paraphrasing, right? But she was like, it means the world because she's a single mother. Now think about being a single parent, spending $200 on gas. You hear 92 cents, you pull up. Mind you, she filled up for, I think it was about $25, maybe $30. Think about that. Now that money can go to school supplies. That money can go to, school, clothes, right? Clothes shopping for school. It can go to so many other things. And people felt it, man. It was incredible. Social medias were going crazy. I haven't seen this much buzz about the radio, any radio station within the state in forever. People that don't even listen to the radio were texting me. For instance, my auntie hits me up. Hey, is there something wrong with your radio station? Because all I hear is this Jiggle Jiggle song. I'm like, what? You tuned in? My cousin, God going woman. Cousin, what is going on with your station? Right? It's just crazy. Hip hop heads out here. People that made diss tracks about the radio station are tweeting out about the radio station. Former employees of the radio station were tweeting about the radio station. Now, most of it might have been negative and hate. It's okay. That's one thing that I've learned about my journey through this whole entertainment thing is like, yo, don't take anything personal. You know what I mean? Don't take anything personal. People are going to have their opinions, and their opinions are theirs. You know what I mean? What their opinion doesn't affect me. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's okay. I don't like every song we play. You know what I mean? And I think I would be lying if I said I liked everything, right? That'd be weird. But I do love the radio station. I do love my coworkers. I love what this brand has already started to do. I mean, who can hate on helping a single mother out with gas? When normally she spends hundreds of dollars, we helped her out, man, with a huge discount. I don't know the math. I ain't, you know what I mean? What is that? $175? All for just listening to the radio station and pulling up. That's it. And she was about to, she was tearing up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how you could hate on that. That is absurd. If you have any hate in your heart for something, for people doing good in our community, that's crazy. You know what I mean? And all I say is, yo, give it a try. Give it a try. If you don't like it, cool. That's fine. Go back to Joe Rogan. I don't care. But you know what I mean? Like and I hope, for me, I hope with this new change, I hope that I'm able to help our community out even more. And I hope people are present. You know what I mean? I seen a tweet that was like, good, U92 never helped out local artists anyway. I was like, excuse me? If you haven't seen the hours of content that I've done with local artists, you haven't seen the hours of on-air time that I've had with local artists, and I don't even want to say local artists, but with artists here in Utah, you haven't seen that? With the entrepreneurs that have been on, with the different podcasters that have been on, you haven't seen that? But I also understand that some people are one direction minded. Some people are still thinking like it's 2007, right? Instead of 2022. And that's okay. I'm not here to change people's mind on anything. I'm just here to tell you my experience. I'm just here to tell you how much U92 meant to me, how much I appreciate what other people in that realm has laid the foundation down for. Their hard work doesn't go unnoticed. I'm here to say thank you to an amazing program director in Apocalypse and a really good friend of mine, and even an APD in Bangarang who did a lot. There is a lot, just like any other job, right? There's a lot of things that you deal with daily in that work realm as well. You know what I mean? And some of it, well, my story is my story. Other people's story is their story to tell. So I won't tell anybody else's story, and I'll mind my business. But maybe those people will join the podcast and they could tell their story and whatnot. But yeah, the new 92.5 The Beat. I'm excited about it. I hope you are as well, or at least getting somewhat excited. You know what's crazy is that this comes at a time where we just had a bomb dropped on us today. And when I say a bomb, I'm being dramatic. It is Wednesday, August 10th. It is 5:58 p.m. right now. Angela Yee is no longer a part of the Breakfast Club. Well, at least at the end of the month, she won't be. Which is a big deal. And if you're like, Dre, why is it a big deal? Let me just tell you that the Breakfast Club, and I got my little notes here. The Breakfast Club started in 2010. Okay. Charlamagne the God said 13 years. I don't know if it's 13 years or 12 years. I'm going to take his word for it. 13 years of being on the air during a time where them starting that radio station, them starting Power in New York, going up against Hot 97. New York's not a big place. Now there's a lot of people, but it's not like California. You can't have multiple radio stations of the same ilk in the same area and be successful. Not to say that's easy or anything, but for the Power to start in 2010 and Hot's going crazy with Flex and whatnot, and them starting with people that not a lot of people knew. Not a lot of people knew who DJ Envy was. Hip hop heads would because of Desert Storm, but Angela Yee, she had a run. But and Charlamagne, I mean, with what's her name? I want to say Ebony Williams, but it's not. Oh my gosh, that Wendy Williams, right? We know Charlamagne from Wendy Williams' show. We know Angela Yee from doing her thing with Wu-Tang, doing her thing on Sirius, you know what I mean? But when those three came together, it was special. You know what I mean? It was a very special connection. They gave us so many different highlights for the culture. I feel like they were the first ones to jump on digital. Not first ones to say that, and nobody else did. Because my man PK from Portland, he was one of the first ones to do it. Way back early 2000s, right? Like 2001, 2000, they were on doing their own TV, right? Doing their own internet show before YouTube, right? They were doing it. That's why I look up to them so much, and that's why I wanted to do radio, is because of what I seen PK doing in Ebro back in Portland. But anyway, Breakfast Club gave us those interviews that you were like, yo, I don't care who it is. I'm gonna watch it. You know what I mean? And then they gave us classics. Most recently, the Birdman interview. You know what I mean? Classic interviews. You know, they were inducted to the Radio Hall of Fame in 2020. 2020, they were inducted to the Radio Hall of Fame. But, she ain't going nowhere, though. I mean, she's leaving the Breakfast Club, but she is going to be in middays with her new show, Way Up, with Angela Yee, which is syndicated as well, which is dope, man. It's such a great thing for her. And I already know. I was telling Wonder today, I was like, I wonder if New Yorkers are going to hate on her the way that I feel anybody does when you see somebody big do a change, right? When Joe Rogan went to Spotify only, oh, man, Joe is selling out, man. I'm going to go shine my gun and chew tobacco because I'm mad. And he had the Joe Budden listeners that got mad when Joe Budden got off of went to Spotify and did his own thing. Like, yo, son, why Joe Budden over there, son? Like, come on, son, you don't got Spotify. You gotta pay for Spotify now, son. Like, people, they find a reason to complain, right? They find a reason to act like they're so disrupted when it's like, you don't have to follow this person. You tune into this person because you enjoy them. If you enjoy that person's content, if you enjoy McDonald's so much, and they say, yo, the McRib is a limited edition, you should be like, all right, cool. I don't need that McRib every day anyway. I'm going to just get it when it comes, right? Pause. and I'm going to enjoy it when it's here. It's the same thing with changes to people in organizations and personalities that you support, right? Like, okay, Yee isn't going to be on the Breakfast Club. It doesn't mean I'm not going to tune into Charlamagne and Envy and see what they're going to do in the next few months. Are they going to add in another woman host? I'm assuming that they are, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if we see somebody like Carla Williams. Carla is a great podcaster. She does great things. She just posted something like Dreams Come True. Like, I don't know. These things, I'm just I'm spitballing right here. I don't know. It could be anybody. But what I'm saying is that with me being a fan of that radio show, I'm going to support them. Why? Because they've gotten me through tough days at work, right? Same thing with our own local creators here. If a local creator switches up some things or they change some things, who are you to be like, nah, don't do that. Nah, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you can just turn it off. You can just not support them no more, right? If you don't like it that much, you can just go the other way. You don't have to go out there and be like, yo, this is stupid. The Breakfast Club is not nothing without this person, blah, blah, blah. To me, it's like, yo, congratulations, Yee. Like, you got your own syndicated show. Like, that's dope. Now, let's see what else she does. You know what I mean? Will there be any crossover? Will Yee bring her show to the Breakfast Club and do some things? Are they gonna interview Yee now? Are they gonna put Yee in the hot seat and interview Yee? Like, these are the things I'm excited about. And it just sucks when change happens and people instantly freak out. I've done it before. I know I'm guilty in some way, shape, or form. I don't got an example right now, but I'm sure I was like, yo, that's whack. You know what I mean? But it's okay. It is what it is. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it other than I'm excited for the future in so many different ways. And if you are contemplating change, if you're contemplating on taking a leap of faith, if you're contemplating on making a different move, I think this is a good sign for you. Whatever you're scared of, try it. You're not gonna die. I mean, you might, depending on what it is. If you're like, yo, Dre, I've been wanting to try heroin, probably don't do that. But if you're like, yo, Dre, I've been wanting to start this business, or Dre, I've been wanting to start this podcast, or Dre, I want to start a YouTube channel, or I want to create a song with an artist that I think is going to say no. Have you reached out to them? Have you asked them? What's the worst thing that can happen? Them say no? That's the worst thing that can happen. You're still going to make the song. It might not be with that artist. Maybe another artist comes along, and maybe that artist is better than the one that you wanted. You never know unless you make these moves, right? And I know at times I'm a hypocrite for it, because I know there's things that I've been stagnant on trying to do instead of just doing. So I need to take my own advice. That's my wake-up call. That's my sign to myself as well.
The name says it all. Uh-oh. You know my name. This is Are You Dumb?
A Texas nurse is being charged with multiple vehicle crash homicide in Los Angeles. Now, Nicole Linton, 37, from Houston, by the way, she was charged Monday with 6 counts of murder and 5 counts of vehicular manslaughter on August 4th, which was that huge wreck. I don't know if you've seen it. It went viral. It was crazy, right? There was an intersection, and you just see this black dot. Like, you can see the car, but you can barely see the car because it was going that fast. And it's just a fireball. Like, this person was going, not this person, Nicole Linton was going so fast that she killed 6 people. It's horrible. Among the people who died in the fiery accident was, well, it wasn't an accident because she was running through that thing, was a pregnant woman who was on her way to a potential appointment. Police say her boyfriend and 11-month-old son were also killed. Man, kids died in this accident. Now, I was thinking about that. I was like, damn, like, these things we drive, right? These cars that we drive at high speeds, anything can happen. A tire could pop, whatever. Shout out to Discount Tire. Recently just went and got some tires, man. They took care of me. I shout out to them. But we need to take these things serious. You know what I mean? Like, there was a time when I was reckless behind the wheel. I would be texting. I'd be doing other things that I shouldn't be doing when I'm driving, right? Even like down to being angry. You shouldn't be driving angry. If you're upset, how many times have we done it, right? We leave the house, there's something happened. We leave work angry, right? And we get behind that wheel. We shouldn't. We should chill. Maybe listen to some music before we put that ignition in, before we peace, right? Before we leave. I'm a believer in that. Now you might be like, Dre, that's corny, whatever. Might save a life. It might save somebody that you love's life as well. I don't know if that came out right. Use love. But yeah, hopefully you get what I'm saying, man. I did see earlier today on the timeline. Oh, by the way, I'm in I guess kind of Instagram jail. Like, I still have my account and everything, but when I try to like something, it won't let me. And it's because I unfollowed a bunch of people because I was looking at my Instagram and I was like, holy smokes. I was following like 3,500 people, right? And majority of them was like celebrities that I don't really care to follow. Or like dumb meme pages that I don't care to follow either. So I went through and I cleaned it up, right? And while I was doing that, it was like, yo, chill out. Like, you're doing too much. We limit the amount of times you can do this action, right? And I didn't realize that meant, yo, we're going to revoke your liking privileges. So look, Corday's on here right now. I hit like. It says try again later. We limit how often you can do certain things on Instagram, like liking, to protect our community. All right. So I didn't know a like can hurt somebody. Instagram. So I don't know. It's been a few days. I don't know if that means that like I'm totally banned. I might have to start a new account, which I feel like there's a lot of bots in my account anyway. So maybe starting a new one would help. I don't know. It's just an Instagram account. It's not like I'm making money off of it anyway. But I was on the timeline and I was looking, and there was a Kentucky driver that spilled thousands of Bud Light on the highway. Yeah. I don't know why, but I instantly thought of Post Malone. Like, he was like, yo, I've been feeling cool. This is what's up. I love that damn song. I ain't gonna lie. But I instantly thought about Post Malone. I was like, damn, what does Post Malone think about this? At what point in my life am I thinking, what would Post Malone do? I like Posty, man. He gets a lot of hate, but I like Posty.
And now the movie review segment you didn't ask for. It's down in front.
Oh, man. Me and the family, we watched it. Prey on Netflix. I've been telling you guys I'm excited about this, right? The Predator saga is back, right? And it seems like after watching Prey, it feels like this is a total reboot. It's a total new thought of what Predator is, right? Which, by the way, it is out on Netflix or Hulu right now. You can stream it. Just looking at some of these ratings, it got a 7.2 on IMDb. For me, it was an 8. I would give it an 8 all day. I really enjoyed this movie. It's a 2 hour. I think it's it's only like an hour and a half movie, almost 2 hours. It's not very long. When I was looking at the cast, I was surprised that I was like, yo, did I miss any stars in this? But there is no like big stars, no big celebrities in this movie. The lead actress was Amber Midthunder. Predator was played by Dane DeLigario, I believe is how you pronounce it. But looking at the rest of the cast, these are I don't want to say native blood, but Native American descendants, I guess you would say. Native Americans. Can we just say that? They're Native Americans. And Amber Midthunder, she's actually from the Fort Peck Sioux tribe. So she's actually from a tribe, which is, I thought was dope that they picked a lot of Native Americans to star in this movie because it is based in, I think it was like 97 or something like that, or like 1738, which is a Native American tribe, right? They're on the plains, right? They're in all the plains, and there's a lot of nature going on in this movie. And there's a young lady, Amber Midthunder. I don't remember her Naru. Naru was her name in the movie. And she's trying to prove herself, right? Because in this culture, the women, they cook the food, right? They gather all the kids and things like, they do all the things that the typical cultures do, the women do, right? And the men do what traditionally the men do. They hunt, they go out there, they search for food, they kill the bears and the mountain lions and everything like that. Well, Naru was like, yo, I want to do that. I can do that, right? And her brother is kind of like the dude right below the chief. He's the dude that is next up, right? And she's been telling him like, yo, I'm ready to take on the tiger, right? Which was like a mountain lion kind of thing, right? And spoiler alerts, by the way. I'm gonna give you some spoilers. I'll set the tone, right? And she keeps failing at being a hunter. Well, one day she's like, you know what? Forget it. I'm going out there. I know there's something out there that is bigger than these mountain lions and these bears, because she's seen these tracks, which was the predator's feet, right? Predator's tracks. And she goes out there and she ends up finding them. She ends up finding the predator. And when we see the predator, I was surprised. I thought, we're used to predator being huge, buff, but this predator wasn't. This predator was very primal, I guess you would say, skinnier. His mask even wasn't like spacey. It was very like skull texture, like a skull from a different animal or something, which I thought was dope. But that's not the only challenge that these Native Americans have. That's not the only challenge they have. They also have the colonizers, right? The white man doing what they're doing, going in, murdering the Native Americans, right? So they're trying to fight off this creature in the predator, and they're also trying to survive these colonizers taking them, right? It's a fight, man. And this chick Naru is such a badass, and it's done really well, done so good. And I look forward. There's rumors. I looked it up. There's rumors that there's hints to a part 2. I don't see how they can't do a part 2, because just looking at these reviews, I haven't seen a whole bunch of stuff on social media. I don't know if people are just going to be late to it or what, but I would say don't hesitate on Watch and Pray. If you're into like sci-fi action with a good story, obviously you can see the story coming from a mile away. Have fun with it. Don't take it too literal. I mean, it's a creature that can, go invisible. Don't be too literal, all right? Have fun with this movie. Pray on Hulu, all right? I would give it, like I said, an 8 out of 10. I think that would be suitable. But Lightyear, on the other hand, the new Buzz Lightyear, seen it was on Disney Plus. My son Tavian, he was like, Dad, Lightyear's out. It's on Disney Plus. We're gonna watch it tonight. It's on me, of course. Toy Story, Buzz. Let's watch it. Boy, was that a mistake. Man, that movie. First off, I was very confused. Maybe I need to watch it again. I don't know. I was very confused. Because if I remember right, in Toy Story 1, Homeboy is a toy, right? But they made the toy based upon a video game, I believe. So I was like watching this movie and I was like, is Lightyear, like, is he in the video game? Or is he a toy? I was very confused on the whole thing. There are a few different laughs. The cat got a few laughs out of me, but ultimately I thought it was not a good movie. I don't see them taking Lightyear further. I don't know if they've already signed another contract, but I would see the second sequel, but that's because I have kids. You know what I mean? But it just didn't do it for me. Now IMDb, they scored it a 5.7 out of 10. I think that's generous. I would have scored it maybe a 4, maybe a 5. Rotten Tomatoes scored it a 75. Not a fan of it. If you are, let me know. Drop a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on Lightyear. Mike Tyson has come out and spoke about the new Hulu movie coming out called Mike. Now, I'm gonna try to find a quote from Mike Tyson because it's something. Like, Mike is not playing with these guys. Let's see. So the Hulu movie Mike, which is a portrayal of a dramatic, loosely based portrayal of Mike Tyson's life. And I say that because Mike Tyson didn't agree to it. He didn't sign off on it. Hulu hasn't paid him a dime, nothing. So Mike posted on Instagram, "Don't let Hulu fool you. I don't support their movie or their story of my life. It's not an 1822. It's 2022. They stole my life story and didn't pay me. To Hulu executives, I'm just a N-word. They can sell on the auction block." Okay. That's what he said. That's how he feels about Hulu. He feels like, yo, it's the 1800s. They're trying to sell him, right? Like a slave. Now, Hulu, they went to Dana White, president of the UFC, right? Big influence. I mean, UFC was just on Fox or CBS, right? Big influence they have right now. They tried to give him millions of dollars to help promote this film that they know is going to tank because Mike spoke out about it, right? Dana was a real one and said that he didn't want nothing to do with it. He has such a good relationship with Mike Tyson. He was like, nah. Some other people, they'd be like, yo, yeah, of course. Here, let me take these millions of dollars and we'll help promote the damn show. The 8 episode limited series comes out August 25th. Now, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? I'm coming off of this great movie, Prey, that Hulu put out. Now they have one of my favorite people, not even sports or boxers, but Mike Tyson, one of my favorite people and a huge influence on my life in general. They portrayed him in this movie and I'm intrigued, but man, do I watch it? Do they get my stream? Or do I not watch it because I know they tried to do Mike dirty, or they're doing Mike dirty, I should say. We do have the Jamie Foxx movie coming out, which I believe Mike was involved with. I need to look into that because they've been talking about this Mike Tyson movie with Jamie Foxx for a while now. I don't even know if that's still happening. But either way, are you going to watch it? Let me know. Drop me a comment. Let me know if you're going to watch it. Something that I'm going to be watching, because it's the 35th anniversary, is Dirty Dancing. One of my favorite movies. I love Dirty Dancing. Now, it's kind of sad because my dad, he was like, the time of my life, time of your life. You know, the dramatic song that Dirty Dancing opens up with in the trailer. Now I had the time of my life. No, I never felt this before. I messed up the words. It's okay. Yes, I swear it's the truth, and I owe it to you. Boom, 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 boom. That beat is so hard. I ain't gonna lie. That song is dope. My dad was like, "Yo, that was me and your mom's song." I was like, "Oh, that's cute." And then he told me she cheated on him, and I was like, "Man, fuck that song." But now, man, 35-year anniversary. You guys remember Dirty Dancing, starring Patrick Swayze. Rest in peace to the God, man. He passed away in 2009. And Jennifer Grey, she's still around and kicking. I think she's in her like 60s or 70s now. But Baby, no, he puts Baby in a corner. I looked it up. The original release date of Dirty Dancing was August 21st. And starting next week, I believe on the 14th, they're going to be in theaters again. So if you want to watch it again and celebrate 35 years of Dirty Dancing, make sure you check your local theater and see if they're going to be playing it. I know me personally, I'll probably watch it on the 21st. You know what I mean? Show them some love. Maybe have some watermelon. Just because Baby had to carry a watermelon to the first party. Remember that? Yeah, that was a dope movie. I looked it up, man. This movie, it earned over $214 million worldwide. Now, you got to think, man, this is late 80s. So to gross that much money, that's crazy. And it was the first film to sell more than 1 million copies on home video. That's insane. The first movie. I believe we had a VHS of this movie. I believe so. I think we did, if I remember right. Man, but that movie changed a lot for. I'm just assuming, right? Because I wasn't alive back then. I have no recollection of what it was, but I feel like it made dirty dancing okay, because we're coming out of disco, right? We're coming out of the 70s. Now we're in the 80s, right? It's glam, it's a Material Girl, right? It's very poppy, it's a party, right? It's very sexy too, and Dirty Dancing showed us all of it. And it showed us that, like, don't let other people's judgments stop you from being who you are and being the person you want to be, right? Baby had to hide that she was dancing with Patrick Swayze, because she was like, my dad wouldn't approve of this, until she let go and she was like, you know what, Dad, this is who I am. I'm a dancer. I like to dance. And that dance move, that she was disciplined. Remember when they were in the lake and they were practicing the move? Patrick Swayze holding her up, right? It's a great scene, by the way. If you know, you know. Dirty Dancing, 35-year anniversary, man. I can't wait.
Karl Malone is a traitor. John Jones is the greatest of all time, but cocaine is a hell of a drug. It's your sports segment.
Fierce Fighting Championship is back. That's right. FFC. I had to think about that, the little acronym or whatever. Fierce Fighting Championship number 21 is going down September 24th at the Maverick Center. I'm excited. They're having me back. I don't know why. I'm not that great. No, I'm just playing. I am great, and that's one thing I need to do better at, is complimenting myself and bigging myself up. But yeah, we're back at the Maverick Center September 24th. I have not got the full card yet, so make sure you follow them on their Fierce Fighting Championship Instagram page, Damage Plan MMA Podcast as well. Follow them, because they're gonna be they are your number one source for Utah MMA. Those guys do an amazing job. So make sure you tap in with them. I'm sure I'm gonna have them on the show here soon to help promote the Fierce Fighting Championship 21. But yeah, you can go onto the website fiercefightingchampionship.com if you want more information on what's going on with that. Something else that is going to be popping off in the next couple weeks is UFC 278, which is Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards. This is that welterweight championship belt. Now, the cool thing about this is it's going to be right here in Salt Lake City at the Vivint. Are you going? Did you get tickets? I personally did not, but I just checked my email. I did get approved press admission, I guess. I don't know. What do you call it? Press? I can go in because I'm press. That would be my first event, but now I'm an official press advocate, I guess, press junkie of the UFC, which is dope. So I can go. I'm learning this whole system right now. Like, I literally just got this not too long ago, so I'm learning it. But yeah, I have the opportunity to select anyone that I want, and if I'm approved, then I get to go and be press of it. I got approved for Salt Lake City. Obviously, it's home. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. But I gotta have to figure this out, because I'm also DJing at a bar named Sue, 8136 South State Street, this day. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But let's take a look at the main card. All right, Tyson Pedro, which is the big Polynesian dude. Now, when Tyson first came out, I was very excited, because he was just quick on his feet. I like the way he fought. He's also been injured a lot, so he's been in the UFC for a few years now, but he hasn't really grown to the stardom that I thought he would, right? Like, he was coming up straight with Bam Bam, right? Tuivasa. Those guys are boys, right? They're brothers. And Bam Bam he's been healthy. He's had some big wins in the heavyweight division. I thought Tyson Pedro would have that same type of like growth. Injuries have held him down, but I'm looking forward to him take on Harry Hunsaker. Hunsaker is no punk, right? It's gonna be a good fight. I take Tyson, of course, because I'm biased. Coming up after that, it's Marcin Tybura and Alexander Romanov. Now, I know Romanov. I don't know Tybura too much. I'll roll Romanov. Next to that is Jose Aldo. Yes, the OG, the legend himself is going to be taking on Merab Davalouche. I messed that last name up. Justin's going to be like, Dre. I mean, Justin will listen to the show anyway. But yeah, he'll be taking him on. I got to go with the OG. I got to go with him. He's not a favorite in this, but I'm rolling with the OG. The OG himself, Jose Aldo. Now, they still have Paulo Costa and Luke Rockhold on here, but I thought Rockhold got injured, so I don't believe that's happening. But if it is, I'm going Rockhold all day. Dude is a beast. Now, the main event, the reason why everybody's going, Kamaru Usman, Leon Edwards. Kamaru Usman's brother just won the Ultimate Fighter, by the way, which is pretty incredible. He did it in really good fashion with a knockout. He's an absolute beast. But Kamaru Usman is an incredible athlete. He's 20-1. Leon Edwards is 19-3. Now, Leon Edwards is one of those guys that's going to give Kamaru Usman a challenge. Leon Edwards was at Flankers over the weekend too, having a good time here in Salt Lake City. So these guys are going to be around the city. So if you see these UFC guys, just look at their ears. Just if they look big cauliflower ears, probably somebody from the UFC, maybe get a picture. Just saying. But for this one, I'm rolling with Kamaru Usman. I think he's going to stay the champ. It won't be easy, but I think he will stay the champ. Nothing against Leon Edwards. I like him as well. I just think that I think Kamaru Usman is that dude. I think he gets better every time he fights, and so does Leon Edwards. This is honestly, it could be either way. Yeah, I can see it going either way, but I think Kamaru Usman holds the title. We'll see him at, where would Kamaru Usman show up at? He'll probably go to somewhere like Gracie's. He'll end up somewhere real, like, kind of low key. He won't go to Sky or anything like that, but he'll be at like Gracie's, or like maybe he'll show up to a bar named Sue. Nah, he's a little bit more flashy than that. I don't know. Maybe he'll come to Sue's. I don't know. We'll see. But UFC 278 live here in Salt Lake City, August 20th. I believe there are some more tickets on sale right now, so make sure you go get your tickets. If you're not going to the fight, I better see your ass at a bar named Sue, 8136 South State Street. Come have a beer with your boy, because I'm gonna be drinking. It'll be time for a beer by that time. So come have a beer with your boy. Come have some wings. Which, by the way, bar named Sue, they just updated their menu. Some really good food on there. Michael Jordan. So I just seen this come across my desk. Michael Jordan's Last Dance jersey goes up for auction. Now, this is the jersey from Game 1 of the 98 finals. Now, there's going to be 2 of these jerseys that's going to be auctioned off. And experts are saying that these jerseys, a piece, not together, but a piece, are going to be going for around $3 to $5 million. Now, this is going to be the highest paid memorabilia from Michael Jordan. That surprises me. A jersey worn in the game. I thought sneakers worn in the game would go for more, but I guess the jersey means more. That's crazy though. Like, who's holding on? I guess Mike. Maybe Mike's the one holding on to all these. At what point in your career do you start holding on to like your merchandise? Like, yo, no, like this is gonna be a collector's item. Maybe I need to do that. Maybe like if I ever get an in-studio interview with somebody, maybe I need to just start like, I don't know, maybe here's what we got to do. We got to start signing something. Who knows? It could be one of these podcast jerks that I have on here. Maybe one of my friends does something dope, goes viral. Who knows? Who knows what can happen? All I know is that if you're sitting down with me, I'm probably going to be getting your autograph now, so I can be like, yo, it's $1 million for this autograph. Think about that. Think about the dude in The Last Dance, right? That was in the back of the arena playing quarters with Michael Jordan. What if Mike signed that quarter and that was the quarter that he beat Mike with? How much would that quarter cost you? Better not be 25 cents. Like, I think you can get at least 25 grand for that quarter. Like, yo, this is the quarter in The Last Dance movie that I beat Michael Jordan with. I think it'll be dope. I'd be willing to. I was about to say I'd be willing to pay $25,000, but I don't have that much money.
All right, that's it. That's all your bitch ass gets.
All right, that's all you get. Another Isolation20 podcast. Thank you so much for everybody's support and love. Not only on this podcast, but on Unrestricted, on the reaction videos, on the Foodie Food Fridays, on No Hablo de Español, which is daily content. I'm working to bring you smiles, you know what I mean? And those likes, those comments, they don't go unnoticed. I appreciate everybody's, love and support. I'm working to show you more of that. I'm working to bring you merch. I'm working to bring you more content, consistent. Well, I'm always consistent, but bring you more content, more streamlined, right? I was talking to Macon. I was like, we talk all the time about content. I talk content with a lot of my friends, at least my close friends. And I'm like, yo, like, am I missing anything? Like, nah, you got quality, you're consistent, your content is enjoyable, right? It's not just some bullshit. It's like, but nah, man, like, what you could do is not put everything in one pot. Meaning, right now it's streamlined. All my episodes visually go on one YouTube channel, right? Which was the one I created. All my content go on one Instagram account, which I created, other than Wait Down Credit Up. Wait Down Credit Up has its own YouTube page. Instagram. Which, by the way, if you haven't followed that, just Wait Down Credit Up on Instagram. Follow this weight loss journey, which has been going so good. I'm 42 pounds away. Well, as of I think a week ago, I'm 42 pounds away from hitting goal. And mind you, the goal I set was 1 year. 1 year will be March 2023. So I have roughly 8 months to lose that much weight. Now, another thing is you might be like, yo, that's a lot of time. Now, mind you, the holidays are right around the corner. A lot of sweets, a lot of good cooking. Can be a challenge, but I feel like me being in the studio, me being in the gym, being consistent in the gym, I feel confident that, yo, we're going to hit this goal. We are going to hit this goal. I feel it in my bones. All right. So I got the Coke Zero, the Pepsi Zero here. But yeah, so the plan is to have these separate channels. So yes, you're gonna get the daily content of No Hablo de Español, but it's gonna be on its own, its own organism, its own living, breathing thing. Foodie Food Friday, same thing. It's gonna be its own living, breathing thing over here. And then Unrestricted, that will stay at home base. Same thing with Isolation20 Podcast. That will be in its own place. But yeah, more content, more consistent podcasts. Just all of the good things. I appreciate everybody's help and love. I'm sending that right back at you. Just thank you. Thank you for riding with me. And hopefully I didn't hurt nobody's feelings when I was talking about the radio stuff earlier, but it's weird. My Instagram stories have been going crazy, right? People being Snoopy. Oh, did he say anything? And I see you. I see your names. I see everything, right? Even the burner accounts, I see that. Like I could see your burner accounts, and it's okay. It's okay. I know who you are, and it's all right. But keep watching from a distance. You have to watch because we're always in your face. We keep it coming. We're putting our foot on your neck and we're not letting loose. Make sure you tap in with all of my homies. Beans and Rice Podcast has dropped something really dope with Synchro Nice, Gabino Grimes, whatever you want to call him. I call him Sync. You might call him Nate. Will Wonder Podcast, he just dropped something really dope. He has a lot of cool things coming. The Other Side of the Beehive, it sounds like they're going to be doing some more t-shirts. Dalton always doing his sales things. I'm trying not to miss anybody. You know, when I do this, Lake Talk 801. Oh, man, another shout out to Ruben, man. I hope you feel better soon, my brother. They're almost at their 100th episode right now. They're just, you know, it's coming. So make sure you tap in with them. They actually just released a really cool promo video where they're like doing this 360 camera thing. Super dope, man. So salute to them. T-Talk Podcast, man. T-Talk is killing it right now. They're gonna be more in the community. I seen them out doing some like street interviews. So be safe out there. I had to hit up Riak and I was like, dog, like make sure you get security, man, because these new kids, they're gonna do anything and everything to be a part of somebody's timeline, and it might just be doing something stupid while you guys are doing your thing. But make sure you tap in with T-Talk Podcast. Yeah, man, I know I'm missing somebody. Shelby, you already know Shelby Nye. Shout out to her. Jazz Nation Podcast, kind of stagnant right now just because there's no jazz news, but great source if you are a jazz fan or an NBA fan in general. I think it's a really dope podcast to get that information from. Yeah, I'm sorry if I missed you. Damn, did I miss anybody? Now I feel bad though. Like, hopefully I didn't miss nobody, but hey, if I did, I apologize. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Have the day you deserve. Stop telling women what to do with their bodies. Have the day you deserve. Protect your light, and I'll talk to you soon. We out. Peace.